This is Dr. Nathan's Homestead, and today I'm just looking at, it's early September here in the Pacific Northwest, and summer is rapidly coming to an end. And what I want to do is capitalize on the resources that I do have. So I'm thinking about next year's garden. This is my kid, he's a gnome, by the way. And nettles are fantastic for the garden because they're so rich in so many nutrients. These nettles at the end of summer are too far gone to eat or make medicine from, unless we go for the roots, which we shall, in fact. But what I want to do with these nettles today is I'm just going to hack them all down, and I'm going to use them as a mulch to spread over the garden bed. And that way, over winter and so forth, everything's going to break down, and all those fantastic nutrients are going to be in that soil for next year's garden. My other thought is, yes, these have gone to seed. So one of the things about nettles too that I'm going to use to my advantage here is that next year, early in the spring, when those brand new nettles come up from these nettle seeds, I'm going to use those for medicine. And then as soon as I clear those out of the garden bed, it's going to be prime for planting next year's garden crops. So again, here in the Pacific Northwest, just trying to take advantage of the resources that I have here. What resources do you have that are abundant and available to you? Nettles are a fantastic, amazing thing. They make all sorts of good medicine. It's a tonic for a lot of systems in the body. They grow abundantly, and a lot of these abundant types of plants make great tonic sort of medicines. All right.
I was walking through those nettles.
You were walking through the nettles.
Yeah.
And what do we have to watch out for? Getting stung maybe on our skin?
No.
Yeah. I'm harvesting these nettles, and I just want to talk about how I like to do that. Obviously, you want to wear gloves because they sting, but it's not that big of a deal. Don't be too afraid. Even the sting is actually medicinal. A lot of folks who have arthritis would prefer that sting of the nettle to the joint pain when it gets bad enough. And so folks will rub the burning, stinging nettles on their aching joints. Yes, it stings and itches, but then it goes to sort of a numbness and tingling, and following that, you get pain relief, which may last weeks. So, you gotta try if you have arthritis and you're brave enough to tolerate a little bit of a sting, because it can work. And so, I just want to show how I like to harvest these, especially at the end of the season here when I want the roots. I just pull it up, fold it in half, toss it aside. I'm not getting a lot of roots by doing this, but I'll get a few, especially as I gather lots and lots of them. I really want to go for the root, kind of finagle it out a little bit. And you can grab that root, trace it along. Nettle root, it's the fall, and the fall is generally a good time to harvest root medicines. So that's what we're doing.
Dad, I don't see the root.
This is the root.
Okay.
This is an example of a nettle root. They'll go really long and trail through the ground. Let's see if we can get another example. Okay, so this is a great example of these nettle roots. Often they grow rather superficially in the soil, and it's not too hard to get solid amounts of nettles. So this will just pull out. So here's a great network, a good network of nettle roots. I'll take these greens parts, I use them for mulch, like I was talking about previously. And I'll take all these nettles, chop it up, and make medicine from that. The roots here. All right, good times. Here's another root. And the nettle root is a tonic for energy, vitality, urinary, and reproductive systems.
Uh,
You can tincture that. If you don't know how to make a folk tincture, it's simple enough. You would put all these roots
Dad.
in a jar, maybe chop them up, get a little more surface area in there. You fill it up to the brim with vodka or Everclear. Put the lid on, let it soak for a good, at least a couple weeks, maybe a month. Filter it, strain it, then you have a medicinal tincture. Alcohol works great. It will extract a lot of the medicinal benefits and then work as a preservative. Yes, your medicine will taste like herbs and alcohol. Sometimes a lot of us come to enjoy that taste, but some people don't love it so much, but maybe come to love it eventually. With roots, another good way to get some of that medicine, different sorts of the compounds, the water-soluble compounds. With roots, you can again chop them up, get a little bit more surface area, and then you boil them like you would a tea, but it's called a decoction, and you boil that for a longer period of time on a higher heat to get the water-soluble extracts. So both of those ways of utilizing your nettle root can be beneficial for you. It's a great amendment to the soil. A lot of people do nettle tea for their garden, where you actually get the nettles and you soak it in a water brew, and you let that soak for a while, and it seems fantastic. I'm just going to go kind of the easier way, and I'm going to use these as a mulch here at the end of the summer, so that next year they'll overwinter here. It'll be a bit of a mulch. It'll prevent the grass, which was completely overgrown in this whole entire garden. It'll prevent the grass from growing in that area. And then my thought is that it'll just be fantastic fertilizer. Then next year I'll come, we'll put some compost over it, and we'll just go from there. Also, if this does go to seed, I'm not too worried about it because nettles come up so early in the spring. My plan is to have other things growing in their little cups, little starters and so forth. Then when I rip out the nettles from here, it'll be good to go for the transplants. So I'm just going to lay these down as a mulch. Really optimistic for the future, and stay tuned for more. Until next time, be well, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye now.